the best Talia and Galio player in the human history of League of Legends. I'm just kidding. But let's take it over. Deacon, how you doing today? Here as always.
Doing pretty good.
Uh,
Sweating at Africa Freaks 3-0, 3-1 in KT.
I wish it was a 3-0, but no. It was a 3-1 the other day. Africa Freaks versus KT Wilster. Let's talk about that really quickly. Actually, no. Before we talk about that, let's talk about the state of MSI. So we have more teams than last episode that are now in for MSI. So we have, of course, Direwolves Ascension. We talked about them last time. Gambit and Kaboom. Also think we talked about them. We're down to 2 teams for the LJL and CLS, which is your Detonation versus Pentagram. I think Pentagram is what's that Japanese team that always
Always
makes it? I think that's basically their 2.0, right? Because
Detonation
I know that
focused
team
me.
disbanded, but I know that Detonation always makes the finals. Supposedly supposed to win from a friend of mine that I'm pretty sure the only existing LJL fan said that Detonation is supposed to win it this year. CLS, we got Chaos Latin Gamers and Rebirth Esports. Never heard of Rebirth, but I know of Chaos Latin Gamers. Hope they win it. Then LLN. What even is LLN? It's
That's
like
Latin America North.
Is it Latin?
Is
Is
it
it
not?
Latin America North? I don't know. It is Latin America North. You're right. They're
Yeah.
down to Rainbow Seven
Rainbow
and
Seven.
Infinity Esports. I really don't care about that region, so I'm not entirely excited. TCL is down to 4 teams, the most notable one being Supermassive Esports. They've made appearances at international tournaments before. Also,
Yeah.
Youth Crew Esports. VCS, the new major region. Gigabyte Marines, we won't be seeing them this time, apparently. I was wrong about them being a
Yeah.
1-team region, I guess.
Yeah. PogChamp. They've got EVOS Esports.
And
It was a
then,
really close finals,
yeah,
apparently, though. It went 3-2.
I didn't watch it, but I read the post-match results, and it looked pretty close. As far as MLS goes, probably Flash Wolves, but you still have your other games, your other teams. You have G-Rex, you have Matcha Esports, and you have Mad Team. AHQ got eliminated, I guess. And then we have 2 new teams that are confirmed for MSI. Team Liquid, for the first time, is going to be appearing in at MSI. And then Fnatic broke the streak of the G2 Dynasty. They're going to be representing EULCS. LPL has a lot of teams, but apparently Year of IG, PogChamp, hopefully they make it. But let's talk about the only region that matters. Let's talk about the one region, the master region, LCK. Like I said, it's down to now Africa Freaks and Longzhu Gaming, thanks to the win over KT Rolster. First of all, I want to talk about that game 1. Rush starting, a lot of people were excited about that. Honestly, I thought that would have been an easy game. Rush, free game, but Spirit kind of overwhelmed that game. What do you think about Spirit being subbed out by Mowgli after that game 1? Do you think it was a justified sub, or do you think he deserved another chance?
I think it might have just been like a coach decision sub. I think a lot. I think a lot of the problem wasn't on Spirit specifically. It was on the fact that top and mid lane sorry got pushed in a bunch, and notoriously Keen died in a 1v1 against mid game, something like that. And that sort of allowed Rush to just sort of have free reign over Trundle's jungle. And if an Olaf gets free reign over a jungle, like he just takes over the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of what happened. So I don't think it was like super justified, but it was just something the coaches said, like, oh, well, we've got our sub jungle here. Let's see if this roster works out better. And it did in the long run.
Yeah, it definitely did. Starting with game 2, almost a perfect game. If they didn't lose their outer tier turrets, that would have been a perfect game.
Yeah,
But
they also lost to Baron once.
Oh, they did? Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they lost a Baron, but almost perfect game. Kill wise, perfect game. They didn't give up a single death. Mowgli coming in, free Mowgli, man. What do you think about? So let's talk about Mowgli's performance, not just in game 1, but in game 2 and game 3. Do you think that he didn't die in the first and second game? took 2 deaths in the third game. But do you think that this performance is gonna, solidify his spot as a starting jungler for Kingzone, or do you think they're still gonna go with the game one Spirit?
I think they're still. I think they're actually going to run Spirit like all of the games,
Really?
probably. Yeah. I think Mowgli's really good. I think he played really well, but I think Spirit's still a little bit better than him, just like on a mechanical level
Wait,
and
did
a
you just
lot.
say that Spirit is better than Mowgli?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a rule in the Freaks Discord. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ban you. But in all seriousness, last year I always said that Spirit was a problem. This year I've always said that Spirit was a solution. This series, do I think Spirit should have been subbed out? Probably not. I don't think it was a Spirit issue. I think it was just a reckless early game and a team composition issue.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, obviously, Mowgli being subbed in worked. He played out of his mind, and he's one of the biggest reasons why they won the series. Do I think the substitution was necessary? No. Was it still a good decision? Yes.
Yeah.
I still think that Spirit should be played game one, but if the same thing does happen where it just looks really lost and is in that inting kind of state of mind, then without a doubt there should be subbing in Mowgli.
Yeah. I think if it's like a player like attitude issue, then yeah, they'll probably sub in Mowgli.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
wonder if that was the problem because like he's had problems in the history of him doing like horrible game one, and they still kept him in game two. But I guess just playoff time, they gotta make crucial decisions.
it's good that Mowgli is able to step up though, because like
Oh yeah,
spirit telling was one of the big stories of Africa. So like
that
I
actually
don't
makes
mean
me
this year. I just mean historically.
that actually makes me wonder. I wish I would have asked either Ashley King or one of my friends that was at the event asking Afrika, since Spirit was taking out, who's in charge of the shot calling. I actually am. Oh shit! Did I just? No, I thought I just unplugged my headset. I guess not. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was weird. But anyways, yeah, I really wonder with Spirit out who takes over the shot calling.
Um, I'd probably say like Kuro. Kuro
Probably Kuro
seems to
too
be
soon.
yeah. Like it's probably like a combination of the two actually,
Yeah.
and possibly Mowgli. Like there is a like Mowgli seems to be really good at tracking enemy junglers. Like that's one of
Oh
the
yeah.
things he did really well in the KT series. And it led to them well not just Mowgli tracking Rush, but also Kuro like uh pointing out that Yukal had recalled and went back to base.
Hmm.
Like that's basically what led to the early lead in game two, and that's sort of like snowballed the game out of control for Afrika.
For sure.
Yeah.
Game three. I was talking about this with you earlier. There are three kind of ADCs in LoL esports. First of all, you have your frontline ADCs like your Deft or your Double Lift, who are in the front line, like to get close and personal to do damage. Then you have your middle ADCs, like Kramer in this case, Bang, who will start off in the back line, but then will pop off suddenly and dive in. Then you have your backline ones like Uzi, where you just puppy guard and do damage from the back and pray that you don't get dived on. But Kramer playing Kesa, which is perfect for your frontline or midline ADC, him popping off 6-1 was so beautiful to see.
Yeah. Like I think it might just be that Kesa is pretty broken. I'm not sure though, but
Yeah, she
like
definitely should be prioritized in draft. I don't think she was that game. She was like second pick or third pick.
she was like second rotation for Afrika
Yeah.
because they first rotation Dolaf.
Yeah. Something that I thought was interesting was finishing the oh god, that voice crack, the Runans. Oh sorry, no,
Yeah.
not the the Runans so quickly. Like didn't oh wait no, my bad, I'm misreading the build. She did buy BF before finishing Runans. I thought in the game that because it was something that I thought was interesting. Kramer building Runans before buying a BF, but I guess that was the case. Never mind. Throw out that note. Um, but yeah, overall great game from that game. However, my favorite game, the game 4, Kuro picking the Yasuo. Kuro's Yasuo isn't really a well-known thing. He's picked it 3 times in his career, I think. Twice with the Rocks Tigers, now once with Afrika. The other 2 times that he played it on Rocks, he won MVP both games, and they were actually both really good games. This
Yeah.
game, it was either Tucson or Kramer that won MVP. I think it was Tucson
It
that
was
won MVP.
Kramer that won MVP.
Oh, it was Kramer. Okay.
Yeah, Tyson won MVP
But
first.
that dragon
once.
fight where he last breathed the entire team. Oh my god, I went fucking nuts when I saw that. That was great. And then he continued to play like a solo queue Yasuo, but then picked it back up. But still, that last breath, I fucking love watching.
KT just like, hold on a second,
Wait a minute.
We seem to.
What's going on?
We aren't feeding
all
people.
dead.
Let's just sit in this enclosed space with Yasuo. Oh wait, they murdered us.
Yeah, that's like, let's continue to fight in Dragon Pit against a Yasuo.
Yeah.
And a fucking Ornn. That's a smart idea. And then they got fucking four man knocked up, and then 4-man last breath. That was so amazing to watch. But yeah, that definitely gave them a lead that you basically can't lose. When you ace that early in the game, stop barking at me. What do you want? You basically win the game. Sorry,
Yeah.
I am watching my girlfriend's dog, and she is such a needy dog. She is very cute though. But still, yeah, great game. Great match. I was a little bit surprised that Score didn't come in and take a game, but you know, I'll take it. But let's talk about the real challenge that lies ahead. Keyword real challenge for Afrika. KT not a challenge. Afrika Freaks versus Longzhu Gaming. According to an article that was posted on Reddit that I was linked. I think it was actually an article by Ashley King too. Anyways, according to that article, all other teams that were eliminated from playoffs predicts for Longzhu to win. Would you say that this win is basically guaranteed for them against Afrika just because, you know, they dominated Afrika in the regular season? Or would you say that Afrika still has that like underdog advantage and they have a potential to win this match?
I'd say that the way Afrika wins the match is if for 3 games consistently, King Zone just like absolutely just like ape mode screw themselves. Like they seem to be on a different level than most, like every other team in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they have this like really, really tight macro play where they don't let any other teams like get any advantages, and they like but they can consistently like get their own advantages. It's so yeah, like it really relies on King's Own sort of screwing up. So I don't think Afrika are gonna like win. I think they might win 1 game, but I don't think they're gonna win the series.
Yeah. For top Korean teams, this was the case for SKT for a while, and now it's the case for Kingzone. The only team that can beat SKT or Kingzone basically is themselves. Like the only reason that they lose a game is because of misplay. Oh my gosh, you just will not let me stop hitting you. Misplay and just choking overall. Do I see them misplaying and choking against Afrika? Yeah, maybe. But more than likely, if it's going to be a win for Kingzone, without a doubt, whether it be 3-2, 3-1, or 3-0. But I just do not see Afrika advancing to MSI in any case. But something I do want to point out to you, Deacon, is that if Afrika win, you will not hear the end of my shit talking. I'm just letting you know. You will not hear the end of it. And the LCK Discord, for years to come, will be spammed with that Afrika MSI icon.
Yes.
But yeah, anyways. It's going to be a good series. What is your like prediction as far as match goes? What is your prediction?
3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I'm gonna say Yeah, probably 3-1. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go against you on this one here. I'm gonna, despite me just saying that if Kingzone are more likely going to win, I'm still going to predict the. I'm gonna say 3-2 or Freak. This is what I think is gonna happen. It's gonna be game one of. It's gonna be game one. Kingzone winning. Or no, actually, let's do this. Game one, Afrika winning. Kingzone wins game two and game three, and then Afrika wins game four and game five. What do you think about that one? Oh wait, hold on. Hello? Oh, I think I disconnected with them. Oh, I disconnected from Discord. Oof. 1 second. That's not good. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, most likely going to be Frico win. I mean, Kingzone winning this. My prediction, nonetheless, will be Afrika. Like I said, gonna take game one. Kingzone's gonna take game two, game three, and then Afrika's gonna turn around and take game four and game five. The reason why I think that might happen is, like I was talking about, the only thing that can beat Kingzone is Kingzone. Earlier in the season, we saw this in the opening game of the season with Kingzone versus KSV, a team that struggled pretty significantly for the year, and they still were 2-0'd by them. Basically, just Afrika is a discounted version of Kingzone, and I think that just being that they're just the same team, but a little bit worse mechanic-wise, they have superior macro play, in my opinion, and they have that underdog mentality. I think that they're going to be able to come in and win this one. But I don't think Discord's going to let me reconnect. So I think that might be it for this episode. I was going to end it after that anyway. But with that, hopefully I'll reconnect to Discord so that you can hear Deacon's fucking bold prediction. But for me, my bold prediction is going to be Mowgli starting all games and won't be subbed out. Hopefully I can reconnect to Discord so that you guys can hear Deacon's bold prediction. But that might not happen because maybe there's a server problem. Nope. Server seems to be working. Guess just a problem on my end. But anyways, I'm gonna end it for now then. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for that little hiccup at the end. But next time you see me, and Deacon as well, it'll be after the Afrika versus the Kingzone. We'll talk about the winner of that, how that's going to affect MSI, as well as what the rest of MSI will look like. Give you some predictions, as well as talk about Rift Rivals, which should be interesting to talk about anyways. That's going to be it. Adios.